Back in early 2024, news had broke that Taylor Sheridan, the mastermind behind Yellowstone, had secured the rights to Empire of the Summer Moon, a book by S.C. Gwynne that was a Pulitzer Prize finalist. Now, fans of Sheridan's work had been eagerly waiting to see what he would do next, especially after it was confirmed that Yellowstone would wrap up with its 5th season in the fall of that year. With multiple spin-offs and prequels already in the works, this new project hinted at an exciting departure from the Dutton saga, an entirely fresh story deeply rooted in history. Here is everything that we know about Empire of the Summer Moon, Taylor Sheridan's new show. A story of war, survival, and legacy. Sheridan, known for his gritty, unflinching storytelling, has long been fascinated by Empire of the Summer Moon. The book spans 4 decades of history, chronicling the rise and fall of the Comanche tribe, with Chief Quanah Parker at its center. Born to Cynthia Ann Parker, a white woman kidnapped as a child and later assimilated into the Comanche, Quanah would grow to become an undefeated warrior, a leader who waged a relentless guerrilla war against white settlers encroaching on Comanche land. The Comanches were a force to be reckoned with. From an early age, their children mastered horseback riding, and their warriors were so skilled with bows and lances that they stopped Spanish colonization from the south and French expansion from the east. But as American settlers pushed westward, bringing with them six-shooters and the Texas Rangers, the balance of power began to shift. At the heart of Quanah's story lies his mother, Cynthia Ann Parker. She had been just 9 years old when the Comanche took her. Over time, she forgot her past life, married Peta Nakona, a fierce war chief, and gave birth to 3 children, including Quanah. But in a tragic twist, Texas Rangers raided their camp years later, forcibly taking Cynthia Ann back to white society. She never adjusted to life outside of the tribe, and as history tells it, she ultimately starved herself to death out of grief. Sheridan's passion project. Now, it is no secret that Sheridan had a deep admiration for Quanah Parker, even as he was juggling Yellowstone, 1923, and other projects under his Paramount Global and 101 Studios deals. The story remained close to his heart. His 4-6's ranch, which he and his partners had purchased, had a unique connection to Quanah. According to legend, when the ranch's founder, Burke Burnett, first established it, Quanah himself advised him on where to build and even hunted the deer whose antlers still rest in the main living room's fireplace. Sheridan had been vocal about his respect for Quanah's legacy, and S.C. Gwynne himself endorsed Sheridan as the perfect person to bring the story to life. I can't think of anyone better qualified to bring Empire of the Summer Moon to the screen than Taylor Sheridan, Gwynne stated in early 2024. He has a deep and nuanced understanding of both the myth and reality of the Old West. I am thrilled that he is undertaking this project, a long-awaited adaptation. Sheridan's take on Empire of the Summer Moon was expected to be bold, unflinching, and historically rich. The book had previously been optioned by Warner Brothers, but for years the project had remained in limbo. Now, with Sheridan at the helm, writing, directing, and producing, fans knew that they were in for something special. At the time of this announcement, Sheridan was still in the process of closing out Yellowstone and preparing for its highly anticipated modern-day spin-off starring Matthew McConaughey. He was also juggling the 2nd season of 1923, which starred Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, yet despite his packed schedule, Empire of the Summer Moon had become a priority. What makes this project so compelling is its raw, untamed spirit, a clash of civilizations, a warrior's journey, and the tragic fate of a mother and son caught between worlds. If Sheridan stays true to his style, this adaptation is bound to be epic, visceral, and unforgettable. The Western genre has long been dominated by tales of cowboys and outlaws, but Empire of the Summer Moon promises something different, a story told through the eyes of those who had once ruled the land. With Sheridan's storytelling prowess and his commitment to authenticity, there is no doubt that this would be a must-watch. Fans have waited a long time to see Quanah Parker's story come to the screen, and in the hands of Taylor Sheridan, it is poised to be nothing short of legendary. Other Taylor Sheridan shows on the horizon. Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone has become more than just a TV show. It is a full-fledged phenomenon. What started as a modern western about a powerful ranching family has exploded into an entire universe of prequels, spin-offs, and stories that continue to expand the legend of the Dutton dynasty. But as Yellowstone wrapped up its final season in late 2024, closing the curtain on John Dutton III's reign, fans weren't left wondering what's next for long. Sheridan, always one step ahead, had already been crafting a bigger, richer frontier for audiences to explore. So far, we have seen 2 prequels, 1883 and 1923, both of which were massive hits, but the Yellowstone universe is far from finished. 4 more spin-offs are on the horizon, each offering something different yet equally thrilling. Some dive deeper into the Dutton family's past, while others take detours into stories that expand the world in fresh and unexpected ways. While details on some of these projects are still under wraps, anticipation is through the roof. Let's break it down. 1944. Sheridan's 1923 took fans into the early struggles of the Dutton family, focusing on Jacob and Kara Dutton, played by the powerhouse duo of Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren, as they battled the elements, economic turmoil, and powerful enemies trying to stake their claim on Montana land. Meanwhile, the story also followed Jacob's nephew, Spencer Dutton, on a wild adventure across Africa, where he found love with the aristocratic Alexandra. So where does 1944 fit into all of this? That is a big question. What we do know is that 1944 was confirmed by Sheridan himself, though he admitted it was on hold as of early 2024. Given the historical setting, it is not hard to imagine that the Duttons might find themselves entangled in World War II, whether through military service or through how the war reshaped life back in Montana. With 1923 Season 2 slated for February 2025, there's also speculation that the show might introduce John Dutton III's father as a baby, potentially setting up his rise in 1944. But for now, we wait. And if Sheridan's past work is any indication, the wait will be worth it. The Four Sixes Ranch. For fans who love the gritty, boots-on-the-ground ranch life side of Yellowstone, this spinoff is the one to watch. The legendary Four Sixes Ranch, or Four Sixes, was introduced when John Dutton sent Jimmy, Jefferson White, there to learn the ropes and toughen up. The sprawling Texas ranch, which Sheridan himself now owns, has been a fascination for both real-life cowboys and Yellowstone viewers alike. But here's the mystery. The Four Sixes spinoff was announced back in 2021, and yet there has been little movement since then. It has an IMDb page, but beyond that, Sheridan has been tight-lipped. Why the delay? Some believe it's because Sheridan is taking his time to ensure that the show does justice to the real ranch's legacy. Others think that he's just simply too busy juggling multiple projects. Now, one thing is for sure, when 4-6 finally arrives, it will be steeped in authenticity, showcasing real cowboy life in a way that Hollywood rarely gets right. And who knows, maybe Jimmy will be the bridge between this series and Yellowstone, making it a must-watch for longtime fans. The Madison. Now here's the spinoff that everyone's been talking about, and for good reason. Unlike the other Yellowstone projects, the Madison isn't about the Dutton bloodline. It is a standalone story, yet one that will undoubtedly tie back to Sheridan's universe in some way. Originally titled 2024, rumors spread that Matthew McConaughey was set to star, but as time went on, his name faded from the conversation. Instead, Michelle Pfeiffer was confirmed as the lead, playing a character named Stacy Clyburn. A New York family's life unravels after a tragedy as they process grief while vacationing in rural Montana, exploring human connection amidst profound sorrow. Now that is the official synopsis on IMDb, and while it doesn't scream Yellowstone at first glance, something about it feels connected. Maybe it's the Montana setting. Maybe it's the emphasis on survival and family struggle, themes that Sheridan loves to explore. What's even more exciting is that the Madison wrapped filming in late 2024 with parts of Fort Worth shut down for production. That means that the series is likely headed for a summer or fall 2025 release, making it the first Yellowstone-related project to hit screens post-Yellowstone. Now, while Pfeiffer leads the cast, she is joined by Patrick J. Adams, Bo Garrett, and Matthew Fox, among others. Whether or not the Madison connects directly to Yellowstone remains to be seen, but the secrecy and high level of anticipation already have it poised for success. There is also a Beth and Rip spinoff, a fourth in the list, but we will spare you the details for now. So, Taylor Sheridan is not slowing down anytime soon. With Yellowstone officially over, his focus has shifted to building an empire of interconnected stories, and fans are eager for more. While 1944 and the Four Sixes are still waiting in the wings, the Madison is gearing up to be the next big thing. And with 1923 Season 2 coming in 2025, there is no shortage of frontier drama on the horizon. The question now isn't if the Yellowstone universe will continue, it's how far will Sheridan take it? And if the history has shown us anything, he's only getting started. So what do you think about these shows, and how will they hit our screens? Let us know in the comments section below.